So now that you've got the passion of the positive deviance and all that content, you've got people motivated to embrace it, that doesn't actually get you to a transformation. And the image we want you to think about is this. How many times have you ever been to a training class where you love the content, you were all excited about it, and 2 weeks later you couldn't remember a thing from the class? So it doesn't do you any good to have great content and motivation if you don't actually sustain it. In order to sustain it, we're going to draw on a different part of the neuroscience. We're going to draw on the part where you can actually compress your neural structure. The basic formula is neurons that fire together wire together. And what that means is if you have enough repetition of the good ideas, if you focus intensely enough on the good ideas, your brain will actually restructure, creating greater efficiency, greater speed, and making it a long-term habit consistent with your positive deviance. And interestingly enough, your poor habits, your less effective behaviors will literally atrophy. So as a result of the way we're going to structure this, not only will you have a great image and be motivated, but in fact it's going to be repeated enough, focused enough, so that you get a profound change. And you see this change starting in 3 weeks. People physically look different. They stand differently. They speak differently. At 6 weeks, there's a crisis point. Am I going to actually change or not? It turns out that if there's a physical feeling of discomfort, that is actually a false signal from the brain. If you go through that, in 8 weeks, you have actually assimilated the transformation. And in fact, people don't know the difference between that current state of behavior consistent with the positive deviance and where they were before. They think they were always this way. So at that point, your transformation is deep. Now there's more things you have to do, but you are now in a sustainable mode.